What's up, everyone? If you are new to this channel, you're probably expecting ZadehKicks updates. If you are old to this channel, you're probably wondering why I've done so many. But this video is going to be back to regularly scheduled programming. It's something fun that I just got in the mail today, and it is the Supreme Benchmade knife. Now, if you watch this channel, you might think I'm a big fan of Supreme. I'm actually not. Clothing-wise, I'm not that into skatewear. But the one thing that I love that Supreme does epically well, when it does it well, is the collaborations. The best Supreme collaborations are like functional art. As an example, one of my favorite pieces is the Vitra Panton chair that I am sitting in. Another recent release was this Burberry denim coat collaboration. Supreme has been killing it with some of the collaborations recently. And this one, when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I think that I'm partial to the box logo and whatever functional art they can put the box logo on. I've got the spray paint cans that I think are super cool. And so when I saw this knife, I knew I was gonna try to get it, and I got very lucky on the website being able to snag it before it basically instantly sold out. A lot of times recently, when I get it in my cart and I try to process the payment, it's like flipping a coin. In this case, it did process it on the first try. And the thing about a knife, I don't every day carry a knife. I don't have a need to do that, but I do have a nice pocket knife. This is a SOG Visionary 1. And I've had this knife for probably 5 to 10 years now. I don't need a knife of this caliber for just anything, but the times that I do need it, it comes in incredibly handy. As an example, the Airsoft case that I have behind me, I custom cut all the foam using this knife. So let's get into this package and see how the Supreme Benchmade knife compares to my old SOG. Your usual bumper stickers. There's the case. Interesting enough, usually when it comes to this stuff, I expect Supreme not to actually seal the package so that you can kind of look at it and still resell it if you want. There is in fact a seal on this, but I do not plan to resell this knife. So let's just cut it. All right, here we go. We've got some foam padding, a nice soft case that says Supreme on it. And the other side says Benchmade. That's pretty nice. It's a nice touch. Wow, and the knife itself, that is just gorgeous. One thing I really like is even though the logo folds, it doesn't look bad folded. The folded letters actually sort of line up a little bit with the M. And I am left-handed, so having an ambidextrous knife is important to me. Let's see how this opens and closes. Wow, that is a gorgeous blade. This knife was $300. That's actually quite expensive for a knife. I know it's not that much more than the standard Benchmade Bugout, but compared to this knife I purchased for about $70, and it really is fantastic. The action is just great. Open, close, flick of the wrist. The locking mechanism is so smooth. One thing I'm already realizing with this knife, the locking mechanism isn't that smooth from the right-hand side, which is kind of odd, but I'm left-handed, so this side is actually much smoother. It's a heavier knife, I believe. It feels heavier. I've got a scale right here. My SOG is 2.9 ounces. This knife is 2.6. That's interesting. So it's lighter. My mind is playing tricks on me. I think it's because this has a polymer handle and this is aluminum. So it's metal, so it feels firmer in the hands. Oh, that's a really nice action there. Overall, I am quite impressed with this as, again, what I was saying, functional art. I think at the $300 price point, man, it was kind of painful to pull the trigger on it, but I knew I was going to anyway. I don't know if there was a price point at which I would have just refused, but you know, $250 for the standard knife or an extra $50 to be able to get the Supreme logo on it. That's the thing about Supreme collabs like this. You couldn't pay a company enough money to bespoke you the items that they come up with for just a slight premium to the retail item that's much more boring. I mean, this is just a very interesting, very beautiful knife that can also be used to do knife things, just like this chair that I'm in is functional for sitting in, but so much more interesting with the Supreme logo on it than if it were just a red chair. I think as collabs go, this is relatively small, but Supreme hit it out of the park with this one. This is just fantastic. They did an excellent job. This knife also came in red. I went with the black, as you can see from my other knife. I'm partial to all black, so this was right up my alley in terms of how it looks. You can see it's actually incredibly similar. Weight, size. I would use it for the same types of things, but one says Supreme and the other doesn't, and in this case, that makes all the difference. All right, well, pardon the interruption. Had to have a departure to something fun and interesting for myself, and I think that's it. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one.